Shawn, I like watching how you do this, all one-handed.
Yeah, this is the super pro maneuver.
That's the
right
super
here,
pro.
the one-handed
Yeah.
net, and then there's a little bit too much water in here.
Yeah,
Pull it out.
that's so legit.
That is.
That's almost as sexy as you picking them up and putting them in by hand.
Yeah, I think net manipulation has its own
Yeah.
own art form.
Definitely an art to that. These guys are gorgeous.
Yeah. So I picked out 3 Deutz Kohaku here, and these 3 are kind of different from each other, and I think this would be a good way to start.
Hey, I'm Eric Triplett, the Pond Digger, and I have Shawn McHenry here. And we have a fantastic new video series we're going to start today. We're going to teach you how to select beautiful koi. Shawn, tell me how many people want you to select a koi for them?
About everybody does.
About 99.9%?
99%,
Yeah,
right.
That's pretty awesome. So the goal today is to teach our viewers what you see in your eye, because since we're attracting a global audience, we have people all over the world, but like let's say people in Florida, they would love for you to hand select them a fish, but maybe they can't afford to have you box up a fish and ship it to them, which of course
Sure.
you do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But maybe what I want to do is just teach them what you're looking for and hand select koi. And so we're going to be able to teach the average hobbyist. I know that there's really super advanced hobbyists that know what they're looking for, but the goal today in this video series is to teach people what to look for.
Exactly.
What's in your
Absolutely.
eye?
Yeah, something that's important is, these koi that we're going to be looking at today, for example, they're all koi that I have hand selected in Japan.
Yes.
So all those koi have 1 or 2 qualities that I really like about them, right? I mean,
Right.
these koi aren't just some random fish that showed up at my shop. I saw something special in each of these, but the qualities may be different. And so that's what we want to talk about today.
Right. I think that's really interesting and really important for people to know is that all these koi are hand selected. You just didn't call your buddy in Japan and say, hey, yeah, send me a bunch of cool Kohaku. I want some Gosanke variety. And you physically go to Japan and hand select these.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing to be said is the breeder in Japan. Like he's hand selected those fish to be this particular price range, right?
Right.
So he's already sorted those fish and felt, okay, these are quality enough to be priced to here. And then I go there and then select what I think are the best out of that pond.
Right. What I found really interesting when we were having lunch the other day, you told me that you really get to catch the fish yourself, which a lot of people don't have that ability to do.
Sure.
But since you're so experienced, you have such a great relationship with the breeders, they actually give you the net and say, hey, go for it.
Go to town.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. We'll figure out all the fish you have and
right.
price.
So that like takes everything up a notch right there.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
So not only do you hand select them in Japan, you bring them back, and it's kind of said that one fish is more beautiful than the other. If you have 3 fish in a bowl,
sure,
one fish is the best, right?
One fish is the best. And that's a very tough concept to understand because they're all in the same price range, right?
Category, right?
Yeah, so they have the same qualities. And what might be the best fish for one person might be different than the other, depending on what you're looking for. Are you looking for a fish to grow huge? Are you looking for something with an awesome pattern? Are you looking for something that's going to show well? You have to ask yourself all these questions when deciding what's the best fish.
That's great. Okay, well, what I want to start off with, I think we need to choose the bigger fish that we have today.
Sure.
I know the tosai, they're kind of hard to put in the bowl and really...
Difficult to see.
Yeah, difficult to see. So what I want to do is use a little bit larger fish, Nisai, 2-year-olds, right? We'll put them in the bowls, and then we'll discuss the different qualities of the 3 different fish. And we want to know what would be the best fish that you would pick.
Yeah, sure.
But for this exercise, we're going to use the larger fish, even though you probably sell more small fish, right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
In a rule. So let's get this thing started. Let's get this rolling. Let's put some fish in here and get going.
All right, cool. That's great.
Man, each one of these is really nice to me.
Yeah, they're really beautiful. All right, so here we have 3 Deutz Kohaku. These are Nisai, 2-year-olds, and they're bred by Marusaka Koi Farm. Marusaka, he really focuses on unusual type koi, and does a great job with Deutz Kohaku, obviously.
Beautiful stuff, beautiful.
Yeah. So let's get right into it. I picked these 3 here because they kind of have different patterns, and they have pretty much the same quality red, they have the same quality white. What really differentiates them is I would say that the pattern and a little bit of the body shape.
Okay. To be clear, real quick, when you hand selected these from Japan, when you hand selected them, was there like 100 of these guys in one tank, or was there other stuff mixed in with them, or only Deutz Kohaku?
Yeah. So in this pond, there was probably 7 or 8 different varieties, and probably maybe 200 koi to choose from in that
altogether.
pond.
Okay.
And that's something that definitely happens with buying koi, both here, right? And while I'm in Japan, you go through kind of a eye fatigue. Like you're looking in a pond with 200 fish in there. It's really, really hard to say, okay, I'm going to pick the best Kohaku in here, because you have all these other distractions, all this different color coming at you.
Eye fatigue, color fatigue, huh?
Color fatigue, exactly, exactly.
So can you, I want to, and this is our first how to pick beautiful koi discussion. I want to talk about, these fish are $300-400, is that correct?
Yeah, that's good.
So, and I mean, not everyone can afford a $60,000 koi like you have here sometimes.
I suppose not.
Yeah,
right.
That's beautiful stuff. I'd like to think that this is, most koi hobbyists and koi keepers aspire to be in this area, for like the masses can afford something like this at some point when they really decide this is art that they want to keep. Where the tosai, the smaller fish, that's where they're starting, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I just want to make sure everyone understands that we're trying to explain, what to look for in these bigger fish, because a lot of people are going to start with the tosai. That's the ones you sell the most, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, we want to know which one of these guys you're going to pick. So tell us a little bit more about that, because I think I know which one I like, but I don't know which one you like.
Sure. All right, so let's go over kind of the qualities of all 3 of these.
All right.
First, we have, let's check her out right here. This guy has some really cool qualities. It has this awesome red racing stripe that goes down the center of her. Male, female, don't know. It has kuchibeni. Kuchibeni is that sort of red on the nose.
Okay.
And that racing stripe's really cool. It's got a white dorsal fin surrounded by the red, which is pretty neat.
For sure.
And it even has this little window here, right? So really kind of cool modern pattern. You can get away with really unusual patterns with Deutz koi. So this is definitely taking full example of that.
For sure.
Next, we have this Kohaku here. This is a much more traditional pattern Kohaku. It has a nice marten, which is that circle on the head. And then it has, although it's only a 2-step, it looks like actually, from one side it looks like a 3-step, on the other side it looks like a 2-step.
Right.
What I really, really like about this koi, let's bring her over here so we can see, is the body shape. So when we have these 2 together, you can really see that this koi is a little bit wide, strong, really good shoulders, and makes a huge difference as far as the koi, not right now, but in 3 or 4 years from now, you'll notice a big difference in the body shape of this koi.
Potential to get bigger.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got a thicker tail right here as well.
So we're looking for thick tails. We're looking for big shoulders.
Right, and this has a very nice traditional pattern.
Right.
And then finally we have this Kohaku here.
Super interesting.
Yeah, it has a Inazuma type pattern, kind of a lightning bolt that comes down through here.
Yes.
It's got another step at the end there, and then it's got this really unusual, sort of pattern on the face that just comes up like that, as if the painter kind of, at the end, just as an afterthought, decided to put that there.
Is that still considered kuchibeni because it's touching his face? I mean, touch his lip, or it's only when it's a singled out spot?
Yeah, it's more like a kuchibeni is a word that describes a lipstick kind of.
Okay.
Right.
So
I don't know
unless she's putting on her lipstick and going crazy.
Yeah, unless she's in the car, right?
Yeah, hitting a bump.
Exactly.
All right, so this is fun.
And then it also has the akame, right? So it's that red eye, which is that good luck.
The good luck thing.
So we have 3 different koi, 3 different patterns. What do you like, Eric?
Okay, I'm going to talk about this just a little bit more before we get down to who's going to pick what. This is really dependent on what you already have in your pond, right? maybe you don't have akame yet in the pond and it's something you want special. So I want to make sure the viewers understand, we want them to select what is, necessary for their pond, right?
Right. Yeah,
because
absolutely.
that might play a role in what the viewer might use. But what I really want to talk about is just these 3 fish. So I think I know which one I would like to take home. The question is, which is the one you would like to take home, and which is the one the viewer would like to take home? Let's leave it at that. Let's not make the selection.
Okay.
I don't want you to tell us until the next video, and that way it'll give a chance for our viewers to go into the comment section and type in, hey, Shawn's gonna pick this one, or Eric's gonna pick that one.
Sure.
And of course, which one's your favorite? We wanna know how accurate you are in learning this guy's eye. And as we do more of these koi discussions, you'll get better and better at selecting koi.
Absolutely. And I think that's something that's really important with that is this is your koi pond, right? At home. I'm not actually going out to your koi pond every day to say, hey, your fish look terrible, your fish look awesome.
Right.
You have to remember, at the end of the day, the choice is yours. I'm just looking for certain things and certain qualities. You have to really ask yourself, do I want a fish that's going to grow big in my pond? Mm-hmm. Do I want a fish that, has this like sexy pattern? You have to ask yourself all those things and what's important to you and what your pond's missing.
Right. I personally love Inizuma, so I'm really kind of attracted to that. So what's important at the end of the day today is that we are learning how to look through your eyes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay?
Cool.
All right, on to the next one.